All right. Positive energy all the time. Good to see you all. I'm here to do a little public service announcement. Yes, indeed. Trying to help my friends at Nicholas Brooklyn save their store in Brooklyn, New York. I have a long time connection with Nicholas Brooklyn. And so, of course, I'm going to help save that store. So come on in. We're going to talk about it. Nicholas Brooklyn has been like family to me for many years. Since back in the 80s. Since back in the 80s, Nicholas Brooklyn is very much responsible for my entrepreneurship. For sure. So I want to help them save their location. They're trying to raise $80,000. Go to their GoFundMe and contribute whatever you can. It's in the description. It's in the chat. So mods, every now and then, would you post their GoFundMe periodically in this live stream? And let's help save Nicholas Brooklyn. They got to do some work on their HVAC system and a lot they have to do. We don't want them to gentrify them out of the community. And they are just like family to me. But these are the young ones running it. And when I was doing business with them, I was dealing directly with Papa Nicholas. Nicholas always looked out for me. There's no way I'm not going to donate to this GoFundMe and help this out. Because Nicholas used to bend over backwards for me. No ifs and buts about it. I'm going to talk about all that. Come on in. I hope everybody joins in. Nicholas used to bend over backwards for me. So come on in. We're going to talk about it. I made a lot of money thanks to Nicholas Novelty. As a matter of fact, this was one of the items I used to sell. I kept one for myself. I sold a lot of these. Thanks to Nicholas Novelty, I sold a lot of Rasta belts. Thanks to Nicholas Novelty, I sold a lot of Rasta jackets, like the one I got on here with Burning Spear. Thanks to Nicholas. And that's pretty much the birth of my entrepreneurship going to the next level. My entrepreneurship started with buttons, incense, and body oils. After I left the U.S. Treasury Department, and I wanted to work for myself, I could never find no Haile Selassie buttons, so I started making them. That was my first hustle, as far as legal. As you know, I started, jugging a little ganja right after about the seventh grade. But that's neither here nor there. But my first legal hustle on my own, besides working with my father, but on my own, was making Rasta buttons in Chicago and putting them on a big cloth and going to reggae shows and lay them down and sell them for like $3 a piece. Then I added incense and body oils. And then I moved to Los Angeles. I moved to Los Angeles, hooked up with King OG in the King's Chamber. They showed me how to make my own incense. Met a queen. My homeboy was with me already, came from Chicago, so we began to sell incense in LA. And we were selling, about easily $500 to $600 worth of incense 6 days a week. And this is back in 82 and 83. You know how much money that was? Moved to Hawaii. Came back towards the late 80s, like 87. And started back selling incense. But I wasn't making the money I made before I left, but it was enough to feed my wife and stepdaughter and my new baby and pay the rent. And so one day at an event, I ran into some vendors, and they had all these nice items. So I said, "Well, where'd you get that at?" And most times people won't tell you, and they told me. They said they gave me the address and the phone number to a place called Nicholas Novelties. Nicholas Novelties. So I contacted Nicholas Novelty, and they sent me a brochure, like a little catalog, but like a piece of paper stapled together with all the products. Nicholas Novelty. At that time, we were selling incense. We were going to concerts. Because if I go to a concert, we could sell like 1,000 packs. 700 packs. $700 is good money. So I contacted Nicholas Novelty, and I wasn't no salesman like that. We were standing up selling incense. So I didn't know what to order. And you could get a dozen T-shirts for like $60. So I said, I didn't know what to do. So I didn't want to take a chance. I wasn't selling T-shirts. I didn't know nothing about that. So I ordered a dozen T-shirts. They said, I didn't even pick which ones I want. They just send me, They had a nice reggae selection, so they sent me like 12 different T-shirts. So I had 12 T-shirts. I paid like $60. I told my queen, we're going to sell them for $10. This was an amazing day. So we drove down to San Diego because the main thing we're still going to sell is incense. We're going to go down there. We're going to clean up. It's a big concert with, if I'm not mistaken, Oswald and Maxi Priest from England, both of them. So it's a big deal. So we get down to San Diego. We get in the show. Everybody's down there. The stage is down there. People down there. We're standing back close to the entrance. We ain't selling the incense yet because we want to wait for, you know, some action or something. So I tell my queen, I said, well, let me go see if I could sell some of these t-shirts. So I take the bag with the 12 t-shirts from Nicholas Novelty, and I walk down in the crowd close to the front of the stage. And I reached in the bag and I pulled out one t-shirt and opened it. And somebody grabbed it, gave me $10, and then they grabbed all the t-shirts. I kid you not, they just $120. $120. I am not exaggerating. In less than 90 seconds after I took out the first t-shirt. I'm not exaggerating. Could have been a minute. But just to be safe, for sure, it wasn't 2 minutes. 90 seconds. But really, it was quicker than that because they bought them all right away. I only pulled out one. And everybody said, I want one, I want one, I want one. Bro, gone. So I ran back. I'll never forget it. I ran back to my queen. I said, guess what? She said, what? I said, the t-shirts is gone. She said, you kidding? I said, they gone. That's my first experience with Nicholas Novelty. So when we sold a bunch of incense, but the speed of that. So when we got back to LA, I ordered like 5 dozen. I started picking out the ones I wanted. The next show I can remember was Bob Marley Day. Shout out to Barbara Berbino. I need to search Barbara and see if I can find her interview. I wonder how she's doing. And she was throwing a Bob Marley festival out at the Federal Building. Now, back in these days, there was no vendors. Imagine that. There was no vendors. So I ran into Barbara and said, Barbara's all right, that's so much stuff. She said, yeah. She said, just give me $25 when it's over. Can you imagine that? Now a booth like that will cost you $400, maybe $800 for 2 days. But it's like a 1 day. So I set up out there and I don't even know how much I made. We made a fortune. We made maybe about 1,500, 2,000, 2,500. I don't even remember. But right away, I'm making thousands. So imagine going from selling incense when you get back to LA, selling only $100 here, $150 here, to now, thanks to Nicholas Novelty, I'm rolling. And then they began to make festivals better and better. So I was there at the beginning of the whole vending move. So now they're throwing events. To get a booth, it's like $25. It hadn't even went up to $50. And I'm contacting Nicholas Novelty, and they're sending me boxes of stuff. And I'm just making thousands of dollars. I kid you not. Thousands. And so now it's really popping because I'm in LA, which is not in the middle, but down, and it's not on the end. San Diego's on the end. It's San Diego, then there's San Juan Capistrano, then there's LA, then it's like Ventura, Santa Barbara, all the way up. Then you go up to Frisco and Oakland, Sacramento, Frisco, Oakland. So from San Diego to Ventura, because I had a guy where I sold the first incense at, and he liked me. He said, I got a movie theater in Ventura, and I want you to be my vendor guy. So now I got exclusive vending at a movie theater in Ventura where they do big reggae shows. Steel Pulse, everybody. So I'm making a 2,500, 3,000, 3,500 at that. I'm going to the swap meet in San Diego. I'm selling what, 800 a day, like 1,600 on Saturday and Sunday when there's no concerts coming. But basically, I'm selling thousands of dollars worth of merchandise. And as a vendor, when I would order from Nicholas, they got the hot items. They got the Bob Marley shirt, small, medium, large, extra large. They got certain shirts that's just hot. And so if I got a festival this coming weekend, and I already got my stuff for this weekend, I'm going to go do some show Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I got a UPS going to take 2 days, 3 days. So now if I go do the show and then order Monday, the best-selling shirts might be gone. So I used to bug the hell out of Nicholas and the brother that used to work there. And so I would order my shirts Thursday. Those shirts I'm going to get Monday or Tuesday. So after I sell out the weekend, I got an order already en route. So I'm always ordered. I always got a package coming from Nicholas at the beginning of the week and a package coming at the end of the week. Right? And they always took care of me. Always. So let's say I got a big reggae show in California, in Los Angeles. I got all my stuff. I got another package coming. I go to the reggae show in California, and it rains it out. So now when it rains it out, I put all my money into the stock I got. I didn't make no money to get my package Monday. So every now and then, packages would go back to Nicholas because I got a package last week. This package is supposed to come early next week, so I'll be ready for the next weekend. But the package I bought I didn't sell it because it got rained out. And Nicholas would send it back. Nicholas would send my package back and the other package for the next week. I swear to God. So I could go and say, Nicholas, I didn't sell. So that means next week I don't need the package, right? So let's say like today is Monday. I didn't sell this weekend. This package go back. But I got enough stuff for this weekend. Nicholas would send that package back next week, like next Monday. The one that went back, I swear to God. The package that I needed for this week, since I got stuff, when it went back to him, he would hold it and send it back to me Monday after I made the money with this package, and then send me the package for the next Monday. That's why I love Nicholas Novelty. And that would happen, as a vendor, every now and then that would happen. Where the event gets stormed out, mostly storms. And they always show me crazy love. They never punish me for that. They say, no problem. No problem, Ramesses. We're going to send it right back. We're going to send it when you want us to send it. I said, don't send it now because I still got the stuff I just got to you. Send it so I get it next Monday. They say, oh, got you. I'll call them like Friday. Did the package go out? They're like, yeah, it went out today. It'll be there. Boom. I said, okay, I need another package to get here next Monday. He said, well, we don't got the Bob Marley shirt and stuff. We won't have it till Tuesday. I'm like, well, okay, send it out Wednesday. See, because when you vending like that, you got to have the hot shirts. And as fast as they would come in, the people in New York the vendors was grabbing them too. So you got to have the hot merchandise. So I got to help Nicholas raise this $80,000. I got to. I think that's his daughter or his niece or his granddaughter running the place now. I'm going to ask her when I get back on Instagram. And I'm going to get her to come over here and tell everybody what's going on next week if I can. But I made thousands and thousands of dollars with Nicholas and created the person I am today. This is the business most responsible for me not having a job since 1981 or 82. I haven't had a job. I did work for a telemarketing company in LA, uh, sending people off for home improvement, but I couldn't keep the job because Dennis, the guy that ran the place, he was cool. I couldn't keep the job because I got to be to work. But Tracy Chapman and Sting coming to town, and I'm gonna make $2,000-3,000. So I say, Dennis, I can't come in there for no $90, no $80. I'm gonna make 2-3 grand. He said, Ellaton, what you mean you're gonna make two? I said, I'm gonna be at the stadium. I'm gonna be at the Coliseum selling incense. He said, I tell you this, you hustling. He said, hey, I support you 100%. He said, if you ever want to come back, just let me know. I said, bro, I appreciate y'all hiring me because they hired me when none of this was going on. But when it took off, I wasn't able to. I wasn't able to go to work, and nobody would hire you with dreadlocks. But the supervisor under Dennis had dreadlocks, and he hired me. I wish I remember that brother's name. He hired me. Think John, I think his name was. He was cool. He hired me, and I was selling. I was one of the top sellers there too. Only one sold more than me was a guy. I think his name was Victor. He had been there longer than me. But besides Victor, I was new and I was boom, sell, boom. Well, not sell. All I had to do was set up the appointment. And I set up the appointment. And then if the people at the appointment agree to get some type of remodel, and then I would get a bonus too. And then sometimes we would get like extra money if we could even get appointments. You make an appointment, you get $100 every appointment. But Nicholas Novelty helped me with that and put me in a position to be an entrepreneur and put me in a position. That's how I met all these people. And that put me in a great position. I was like really, I would say I was probably the top provider of personally providers, because I know they have placed their order for reggae artists, probably in the country, probably. Because there wasn't no reggae, there wasn't no really no roster vendors like that doing concerts like that. These dudes had little shops, but they wasn't coming outside. And I was outside. If I couldn't get a booth, I had my table outside like this. You could see my table right behind Burning Spear. You could see the shirts from Nicholas Novelty. My jacket I got on from Nicholas Novelty. My hat I got on from Nicholas Novelty. The shirt that Burning Spear got in his hand from Nicholas Novelty. I had just sold Winston Rodney that shirt. Rest in peace to both of the brothers from Third World. You see that on his neck? Nicholas Novelty. And Nicholas Novelty had me dressing the stars. That's the lead singer from Third World. He bought that from me. I said, hey, let me take your picture. I had started saying, I need to take everybody's picture. So I had started taking a camera with me because, we wasn't taking pictures. I wish I would have took pictures the whole time. You wouldn't believe how many pictures I would have. But, I wasn't thinking like that. But you see what's on his neck? And I was selling these, like $20 a pop? $20 a pop. You're going to easily sell 10 or 15 of these. Do the math along with everything else you sell. So I was outside. This one I'm at I don't know where I'm at. I think I'm outside in front of a club at this one. This one I'm outside a reggae show. This one I'm outside a reggae show. You can see somebody pulling up, want to buy something behind me. Hey man, how much them shirts? The car behind me. See the dude in there? This was a Burning Spear show. He come out after the show, buy the shirt. Right? This is, see my booth to your left? That's my little red car with the red and black and white little tiger seats. I packed all that stuff in that little Chevy Vega. And this location here, this is the white guy on this location. Now this is San Juan Capistrano, 1 hour south of LA. The man that owned this club had a movie theater an hour and a half north of LA. So one day I'm standing right there where he was at, and this white woman comes to my booth and she's all kind of tipsy and she's flirting with me. But I'm always a professional. I'm here to sell. I'm not here to mess with the patrons. So when she got through flirting with me and she walked away this way and she got to the door, a man came to the door and kissed her on the cheek. And she went in. And that man walked up to me. I was standing right there where he's at. And he says, I like you. Well, no, I was standing behind the table. So to your left, I was standing behind my table that's right. He says, I like you. He says, I got a movie theater in Ventura, which is an hour and a half north of LA. I want you to be my vendor at my reggae shows. You'll be the only one there, except if the band want to sell a little stuff. I'll have them on one side, but I'll have you on the main side. And I started working there, and I'm selling $2,500 to $3,000 worth of stuff every show. On a slow show, I'm selling $1,700 at Ventura from this show right here, from this location right here. This is in San Juan Capistrano. There go my little red car. This is the guitar player from the Wailers. This is a back patch that go on your jacket, straight from Nicholas Novelty. All that stuff on the table, Nicholas Novelty. I wish you could see the whole table. And I really be having 4 tables, but I had to cut it down because I'm outside. I just got 1 table. So I really had to cut it down. And because I was a professional and I didn't flirt with the women, I keep telling you, I don't do that. I did not flirt. And he's seen that. And that was his girlfriend or his wife. I don't know. But he's seen that I did not flirt with her. Neither did I look at her when she walked away. You know what I mean? Look at women's backside. I didn't do that because that's unprofessional. So after he kissed her on the cheek, he came up to me and I got another gig. This is me selling something to Tabby Diamond, and this is much of the stuff I was selling on my booth and hanging up. And I don't have everything out because it was like a windstorm kind of. You can see I got red, gold, and green shoelaces tying down the shirts so they won't blow away. But I dressed many of these stars because reggae stars gotta look like stars, right? So when they see my booth, they get stuff to wear on stage so that they look good. So that's Tabby Diamond from the Mighty Diamonds. There go King OG back there to the right by the pole. This the brother from King's Chamber. I tell y'all been watching me that we stayed with sometimes as soon as we got to LA. He was a pro football player for the Kansas City Chiefs, but they kicked him off the team because he was protesting for better health rights and for better insurance and stuff for the athletes. One of the first ones to do that. You can see how big he was. So yeah, he was that. So that's my booth behind me. That's my brethren Gold Tafari. He from the Virgin Islands in the middle. And this is Tabby Diamond from the Mighty Diamonds. And my booth is packed. If I could have been standing to the side, you would really see how much stuff is on these tables. It's shirts, 2 rows of shirts across 2 tables, and then going back, including hats, jackets, shoelaces, belts, buttons, novelties, any type of novelties. This is the same location that this is, but this is before the show started, and this is after the show. That's the bass player from the Wailers, right? This is at a festival. Rest in peace to Joseph Hill. You see me selling him a shirt, right? So I was dressing the stars, make them look good when they get on stage. You see the brother to the right. You see how he got his little red, gold, and green on his jacket. You see his hat with the red. That's the type of stuff they looking to buy because they reggae artists and they got to look the part. And Nicholas Novelty helped me do that and helped me be out in the public to meet all of these stars. There go Ruffy and Tuffy, the twins, that's real famous for being in reggae videos as kids, the 2 little young Rasta kids. Here goes the brothers from England, Oswald, at a show I was at. And so Nicholas Novelty are the people that really helped me to be out there and become a great entrepreneur because they had everything because they was in New York. And New York was the novelty headquarters because the people would come from the Caribbean and they would be in Florida. First stop, New York. And New York got 8 million people now. So then there probably, 6 million was there? 5 or 6 million? So it's a whole lot of rosters in New York. So they had all of the novelties. And Nicholas was one of the main outlets that would buy this stuff wholesale, which means Nicholas was putting the printers, making them money. So Nicholas was helping the people that was making the novelties, buying it wholesale, super wholesale, selling it wholesale to me. So if I'm paying $6 a shirt, Nicholas is buying thousands, he's paying $3 a shirt. The people are making them for $1.50, $2. So Nicholas was helping everybody, helping the manufacturers and helping the sellers. And Nicholas fed my family and looked out for me a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. I'm telling you. We had a personal relationship. I had a personal relationship with Nicholas Novelty. I'm like, I need that new Brown Marley shirt. They're like, Ramesses, it might not get in the Thursday, but as soon as they come in, I'll get them right out to you. And I'd be like, listen, man, the show is Saturday. Like, if they come in Thursday, I'll send them to you next day. I said, yeah, because like that's how you make your money. Your main stuff sell a lot. Your second main stuff sell a lot. Your next stuff sell almost a lot, a little bit, a lot, then a lot of trinkets, and that adds up to thousands of dollars. So I lay my stuff out. I already know which one's gonna sell the most, but I put them all out there. And as fast as they grab that one, I fold them up and put them back so it don't look like I sold none. I always keep them fat, and I fold my shirts up like towels, where you can only see the front of it. You can't see the arms. I folded this one. All you would see was the design, and it'd just be design, 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 design. And they'd be stacked up, shirts folded. And people would touch them and say, what are these, towels? They would pick it up and it would fall out of your shirt. Ooh, and then they buy it. And like a shirt like this, I would fold it up, but this big. It would only be this big, like that. I'd fold all this in and it would be just like that. And I'll stack them up and it'll be like a stack, like that wide and tall. And they'll be like, what's that? And I'll be like, a shirt. And then they pick it up and it fall out. They see the shirt. If they don't buy it, I take it and throw it in a box under the table until nobody's coming. When nobody's coming, pick it up, fold it back, put it back. But I always stayed attentive to the customers. So I got 6 of them stacked up. So if they unfold one, I just throw it in the box right under the table until nobody's walking up. I fold it, put it back, and I keep them all folded and neat. And the curiosity is all you see is the design, which allows me to have more designs. If I put this shirt up there laying out, it's going to take too much space. But if I fold it down just on the design, now I can make a puzzle. If I hang it up, all they see is one shirt. Well, if they just see one shirt, they don't want to buy it. But if they see a pile of them, they want to buy it because that means they're moving. For if you want to ever be a vendor, have a lot because that means it's selling. They ain't going to buy it if you got it just a little bit. They ain't going to buy it. It'll be forever for if you sell that last one, if you just got one. But if you got a pile, they're like, let me get this, let me get it, let me get it, let me get it, let me get it, let me get it. Just keep the pile up. As the pile go down, I'll put it back up. So by the end of the show, the pile like this. But I done sold 25 of those. And it don't look like it because I keep it back piled up. But I just wanted to show love to the people that really made me an independent vendor. And Nicholas Novelty is responsible for me not having to work a job since the 80s. And they fed my family and took care of me for all them years. Even when I got back to Chicago, I was still doing it. For real. Still doing it. And still today, if I had to go do some shows, I had to do something, I call Nicholas Novelty. I will order from them. Like if you want to get out and make some money, you need to get their brochure and check them out. Because you would be able to come out and have all the great hair oils, all the great natural products, because you know they sell all the natural stuff. So you'd be able to have all kind of different shampoos, hair oils, um, uh, uh, wooden toothbrushes, all that type of stuff. That's what Nicholas. That's what they deal with. The conscious community items, and then brothers and sisters come there and do lectures. If you're trying to premiere your book, they'll let you come in there and advertise your book. They do so much for the black community. It's crazy. So go to their GoFundMe and let's keep them open. We can't let Nicholas Novelty close. Well, I still call it Nicholas Novelty. It's Nicholas Brooklyn now. But when I was going, it used to be called Nicholas Novelty. And I'm gonna try to get the Queen over here to tell you all what's going on. But it wouldn't be right for me not to help them as much hundreds of thousands of dollars I made with Nicholas Novelty. I made a lot of money with Nicholas Novelty. A lot of money with Nicholas Novelty. A lot. Seriously. So let's help them out. Thanks for watching. Send this out to everybody. Send that link, send the GoFundMe link out, post it on your social media, and go to their website. Go to their website because there's things over there you need to be ordering. Natural products, and that would help them too. Spend some money with them. Whatever we can do to get some money in their pocket so they can stay open. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Stay positive and salute to Nicholas Novelty for all you do for the community. If don't nobody else know, I know. Victory.